Hey everyone, thanks for returning. This video, or this series of videos I'm going to do, is over a game that I picked up at Gen Con, and I've been kind of going through it, learning the rules and stuff. But this is something I want to kind of break down and do section by section. And so how I'm going to do this is, on the bottom of the screen here, you're going to see what we're covering in this video. And so the game that we're going to be taking a look at is this big box game right here. And I say big box because it's kind of wide, but it's heavy. It's heavy. So it's Folklore, the Afflictioin. And so we're going to take a look at this. So I am going to do a review at the end of all these videos as I go through the rules and the components and character building and yada yada yada. Okay, and so let's take this on the table.
Alright, so the last section finally of what we're going through. Because I was going through bit by bit with the game. I went through the skirmish, I went through the adventures, I went through lore, I went through character building, I went through all the components, I went through the world map, travel, and so now we're at understanding the story journal and how that works. Okay, and so you have the story name here, the location which it starts at, the level. So like I'm gonna zoom in here. I got the storybook on top of the rules book here, but here you have Dusk, which is the difficulty level. Church of the Crossroads is where it starts, and then approximately the amount of time that's gonna play. And so we're gonna really test that out since I've learned all the rules and some of them make no sense, and you're gonna have to go back and forth with some of the rules to figure out what things mean. Somewhat, but they did a very good job of posting things on tokens so you don't have to as much, and so that's going to be very helpful so we don't backtrack a lot. Okay, and just for an FYI, when I do a video of some gameplay, I'm not going to go through a whole 90 minutes of gameplay. I may do several minutes. I'm not sure if it'll be 20 minutes or what, so that way you can get a feel of how the game is played. It'd just be too much time to do, and then I'd reveal too much, so forth and so on. And then the first story has a tutorial of how everything works. And so it says game tutorial, tells you the rule book. And so if we look here, it says the story journal start. So again, this is where it tells you to start. And then skill check box. And so if you look here, the skill check here says that I need to get a speech 8 and then success and fail. The arrival, so you read this little narrative here. And then as the story goes through, you're going to have more story checks of what's going to happen. Okay, and then you're going to get some choices. So like over here, when you get to Australink alignment, and then you're going to have a choose your tutorial path. So you have choose your path here, choose your path here. So depending on what you're choosing, 1 and 2 or 1 and 2, there's going to be consequences. And then it tells you to go to pages 37 or page 58. Story Monument 58 on page 50 or Story Monument 37 on page 47. Okay, and then once you get to the location here, it tells you how to set up the map and get ready for the adventure combat. And you're going to have multiple story parts to this. Okay, and it's going to tell you here what the primary goals are. So if we look here, you see the primary goal here on this encounter is to defeat all rabid wolves. Okay, and then it says the optional goals. These are the ones that you don't have to do. But then again, also for the primary goals, you're going to have to do, don't forget to search the bodies for loot. And then each character rolls a d10, and get, those getting 10 plus find an item. After the combat, immediately read after the fight on page 7. Okay, and then on optional goals, you're going to have perform a search roll of 1d6. It says investigate all search token locations available only during combat. So in this section, you're going to be able to search this well token here during the combat of this story. And then there's going to be another one later, obviously primary, optional goals, until you beat that story. And so I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you're looking forward to the playthrough as much as I am. And then stick around after that to get my final thoughts. All right. See you guys later, and have a wonderful day.